Hey fellas, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Yeah, very late one, and a probably very short one. We'll see. I'm just looking at my Bible here, looking for a recipe. It's time for me to do a lager, I think. I got I got kegs that are pretty set. I'm still waiting for my stout to finish the first keg, but I have a second one waiting because I did a double batch, and then I have my Fuller's ESB clone. It's still, recently tapped. It's been a couple weeks, but I haven't been drinking a ton of it. So that should last for a while. Plus, I have some experimental stuff in the wings there waiting. Yeah, the pipeline's full, and I have. So now I think is the perfect time to do a lager. It's cold here. I have a room that is I kind of use for my lagering room. I did one last year in it because it stays really cold down here in my basement in that room. Looking at right now, I'm looking at the Bohemian Pilsner, my phone is backwards because I'm using the rear-facing camera, and I don't know why it flips it. Logically I understand why, but it seems like it would correct it, and maybe it does by the time it hits YouTube. But anyways. Yeah, looking at the Bohemian Pilsner, I guess sort of an interesting thing. I live in Michigan, and one of the old beers that used to be brewed in Detroit is Stroh's. It was a popular brand. There was a point where Stroh's got bought out. The brand got bought out by a different brewery. I think Pabst bought it. Moved brewing out of state, and it went into just a standard, mega brewery type beer, and then it kind of lost popularity and it kind of went away. In the last few years, I guess it was a microbrewery of some sort in Detroit, bought the brand name and started brewing it again as a microbrew, as a Bohemian Pilsner, like it says. I bought some, tried it. It was all right. Wasn't as good as I hoped. Well, this fall, I had a Bell's Oktoberfest, and when I drank it, it had a flavor that reminded me of Stroh's back in the old days. When I was a kid, I remember like at neighborhood picnics, we had one neighbor, and that's what he always drank, and it always had this kind of smell to it. And then, later in life, when I became of age and would drink a Stroh's, it always had a certain flavor to it, and I came away from drinking that Bell's Oktoberfest saying, boy, this is what I wish that the microbrewed Stroh's would have been like. So I talked to a guy at Bell's about what would give it that character, and of course I assumed from the beginning he wouldn't give me the recipe, but he did give me some pointers in an email. So I guess my thinking is that I want to take look at the Bohemian Pilsner recipe in the Bible here, look at the pointers he gave me from that email, and maybe just put together a Bohemian Pilsner and see if it comes close to that flavor or whatever that I was looking for. So I think that's kind of what I have in mind. Hoping to do that this weekend, brew that up this weekend, and we'll see. And that way I can, like I said, the pipeline's full, so I have plenty of beer to drink, and this can lager away for a while, and hopefully it'll turn out to be a really nice beer to drink this summer. Okay, guys. Well, that's it for this week. Yeah, it's very late, and I'm thinking of trying an experiment here. Usually, what I do is I post my Homebrew Wednesdays, and then I put up a post on the BrewTube Facebook group and say, hey, kind of encourage people to check it out, and hopefully I'll get a couple subscribers or whatever out of it. I might just post it and see if any of the subscribers, how many people watch it without me doing that. So the numbers will probably be low. But since it's so late and I really don't have a lot going on, I figured, I'll just let it post and see what happens. So, like it if you can, send me a comment if you can, any of that stuff. Have a great week, and I'll hopefully be posting some stuff this weekend when I do a brew day. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Bye.